Good morning, guys. Mr. This is here on special properties of parallelogram, which are rectangle, square, and rhombus. Each of those parallelogram has a specific characteristic, so you have to know those characteristics. So remember, those are parallelogram, and every property that you know about parallelogram will be applied. But today we're gonna work on the specific properties that each one of them has that you have to recognize when you see those problems. They look kind of busted, they are to play with your mind. But if you know the properties of a square, the properties of rectangle, then those gonna be just like drinking water. So we have a problem here which is a rectangle, right? Like the topic says, rectangle, square, and rhombus. That means you have to know each one of them. So now you have a square and they give you numbers, they only give you one angle. Then you need to identify the other angles. Since I know I'm dealing in a square, specifically I can answer what angle 3 and angle 5 are. Angle 3 and angle 5 are right angle because a square have 4 right angle. Therefore, this is a 90-degree angle. Angle 5 is 90. So there's angle 3. Angle 3 is 90 also. That's the right angle. So if that's they trying to play game with you, this will be 90 degrees also. Angle 61 and angle 4 are complementary. Therefore, if this is 90, you will take 90 minus 61 to get angle 4. Then that will give you 9, that will give you 29 degrees. Angle 4 is 29 degrees. Since that's the easiest way, correct? This angle 61 and angle 2 are also in the interior angle. Since it's a parallelogram, those will be your parallel line, this becomes your transversal. This will, angle 2 will be 61 degrees. Since this is 29 degrees, this will also be in interior to that. Angle 1 will be 29 degrees. Therefore, you answer those questions without doing any math. Only by knowing the properties, you answer those questions. Right? Let's recap. Those a square has a rectangle has 4 right angles. Therefore, angle 5 and angle 3 are 90-degree angles. And this angle is a 90-degree angle. However, they give you a partial of it, they give you 61. So 61 and angle 4 are complementary. So you could have subtract 61 from 90, you get the leftover. Therefore, this angle will be 29 degrees. Then you can use properties of parallel line. Since it's a parallelogram, rectangle is a parallelogram, the diagonal becomes your transversal. Therefore, 61 is alternate interior, angle 2, alternate interior angle are congruent. Then since we find this angle is 29 degrees, it's alternate interior to angle 1, then they are equal. Alright, the next step is to solve for x. In order to solve for x, you have to know that a rectangle, opposite side are congruent. This side is congruent to that side. Therefore, the equation will be 6x plus 5 is equal to 3x plus 8. This will give you x. Then we get all of the information that we need. We don't need the drawing anymore. Then you will have to solve for x. In order to solve for x, you subtract 2x from this side. Then you will have 2x plus 5 is equal to 8. Then you subtract 5 from each side. Alright? You subtract 5. Right? Then you will end up with 3x. Not 2x, 3x is equal to 3. Then divide by 3. In this case, x is 1. Right? And one question you have to be aware of, many times they will ask you to find the length of each side. And if I want to find the length of each side, I can come substitute here. 3 times 1 plus 8 is 11. Or 6 times 1 is 5, or 6 times 1 is 6 plus 5 is 11. So that justifies how you get the answer. Alright, next problem is a rhombus. So remember, properties of a rhombus. Rhombus is a special parallelogram. It has 4 congruent sides, diagonal. The diagonal bisect both pair of opposite angles. Bisect means to split into 2 congruent angles. So those are the properties. So the easiest thing to do is to find x. Since it's a rhombus, so this side are congruent. All sides are congruent. So we're going to find x. In order to find x, we're going to have 3x is equal to x plus 2. 3x is equal to x plus 2. Then we will have to solve for x. So it's only about the properties. It's just a game. So we'll have 2x is equal to 2. Then divide by 2. In this case, x is 1. Again, if you want to find this side, the length of each side, you will substitute 3 times 1 is 3. And 1 plus 2 is 3. So therefore, each side will be 3 units. That proves you is a rhombus. All the 4 sides are congruent. Now, let's deal with the angle. In order to deal with the angle, diagonal of a rhombus bisect each pair of opposite angle. What does that mean? So, this angle is 27. Therefore, angle 5 is 27. Right. This angle will have been 54. Since it's a parallelogram, this angle will be 54 also. Since it's being bisect, this has to be 27 also. All of these angles are 27. Right? Now, this angle, the entire angle is 54, and this and that will be consecutive integer angle. They have to be added up to 180. I can find angle 4. Then I will have 180 minus 54. That will give me 126 degrees. Since opposite angle are congruent, therefore angle 1 is 126 degrees also. Then you solve the mystery. You're done. Right? It's all about the properties. This is a similar problem. It's a rhombus again. Properties of rhombus. We already know that side are congruent in a rhombus. Therefore, in order to find x, we're going to have 2x plus 5 is equal to 14 minus x. Therefore, the equation is 14 minus x is equal to 2x plus 5. This is one of the properties of a rhombus. Sides are congruent. We want a variable 2, we add x on this side, then you subtract 5 on this side. Then this side you will have 3x is equal to 9, then you divide by 3. In this case, x is 3. Now if I need to find the length of each, that would be 14 minus 3 is 11. This side will be 11. That will be 3 times 2 is 6, so 5 is 11. Therefore, each side of the rhombus is 11. That's what that means. Alright? Now, let's find the angle. In order to find the angle now, this angle is given to you. This angle is opposite to angle 4, therefore this is 70 degrees. Right? Since this is 70 degrees, angle 1 and angle 5, the entire angle is that will add up to 180. So we're going to take 180, we minus 70 for me. That will give you 110. Now 110 is for both angle 1 and angle 5. Angle 1 and angle 5 are congruent. Therefore, you're going to take 110, you divide by 2 to find the measure of each angle. Remember, the diagonal bisect each pair of opposite angles. Those angles will be congruent. And those angles also are congruent. So they are the same thing. This angle will give you 55. Therefore, measure of angle 1 is 55. Measure of angle 5 is 55. and this will be 110 also, and divide by 2, that will be 55. All of these angles are 55. So this will give you two isosceles triangles. As you can see, 55 plus 55 is 110, 110 plus 7 is 180. So those two angles are congruent, therefore you are in business. So we're done with those problems. So it's all about the properties. When you get those problems, they're just trying to trick you. It's all about the puzzle. So you have to get your cap on and to answer those problems. Now, it will be easy to find x. It's a rhombus. Alright, ABC is a rhombus. Find the measure of AB. We need to find AB, and we need to find measure of ABC. This is ABC. We need to find this angle. Right. First, we can find x. It's a rhombus. BC is congruent to DC, and all of the sides are congruent. Therefore, we can let BC is equal to DC. Those two expressions are given to. Therefore, you will have 4x plus 15 is equal to 7x plus 2. Once I find x, then I can replace it any place here. You don't have any expression for AB, however, AB is the same thing as BC. Then we have expression for BC, we can replace it. Then we find what BC is. In this case, we should cut 4x from his side. Then you will have 15 is equal to 3x, right? 3x minus plus 2, 3x plus 2. So that's our equation, alright? 7x plus 2 is equal to 4x plus 15. Then we subtract 2 from his side. Then you'll have 3x is equal to 13. So we divide by 3. In this case, we'll have x is equal to 13 over 3. Then so you don't need to change that to a decimal. Just leave it as is. Since they're asking you to find AB, you want to find AB, you're going to replace it in one of that. So AB is same thing as 4x plus 15. Right, therefore you'll have AB equal 4 times 13 over 3 plus 15. Alright, put 1 over that. Then you'll have AB is equal to 52. 4 times 3 is 52. Well, yeah, 52 over 3 plus 15 over 1. Alright, we want everything to have a common denominator. It's already have a common denominator, so multiply this by 3, multiply this by 3. You will have 52 over 3 plus 45 over 3. Then that will give you the length of AB. Then your denominator remains 3. Then you take 52 plus 45, that will be 97. So AB is 97 over 3. That will be the best answer, unless they're asking you to change that to decimal. So we don't need to change that to decimal, or you can change it to a mixed number. All right, that's another way. If you want to change that to a mixed number, you ask yourself how many times there's 3 goes to 3. That's 3 times. Right, now you will have 7 divided by 2. How many times there goes to 7? That's 2 times. Subtract, that will be your best second answer, either way. As long as you don't change it to decimal. Right? That will give you this. Right? 32 and 1/3 will be the answer, or 97 over 3. Those are your two possible answers. That's one of the, that's how you find AB. Now they ask you to find ABC. Now in order to find ABC, they give you an expression for BFA. As you know that in a rhombus, diagonal are perpendicular, therefore all those are 90 degrees. It's all about knowing your properties. Therefore, I can take this expression, let it equal to 90, because it's a right angle. Diagonal by, not only diagonal bisect each other, but in a rhombus, diagonal are perpendicular. Then you will have 12y is equal to 90. Then you take 90 divided by 12, then you will find y. You may need a calculator, I guess. That will be it will give you 96. That will be 7 times 784. Subtract 6. That will give you 6 over. That will give you 7.5. Y is 7.5 degrees. Now, they give you this expression here. We know what y is 7.5 degrees. We can find this angle here. Alright? This angle is 4 times 7.5 minus 1. That will give you measure of angle BCA. I really need a calculator. My brain is not sharp today. 28, 30, 4 times 7.5 is 30, minus 1 is 29. Let me double check. 7.5 times 4 is 30, minus 1 is 29. Alright, this angle is 29 degrees. If this is 29, this has to be 29 also. Alright, this angle will be 58. Alright, now to find this and this will be 29 also, which is easy. Now, you can either use this as an isosceles triangle, or you can use this angle, and that angle has to be supplementary. You can take 58 subtract from 180, that will give you measure of angle ABC. That will be 180 minus 58. Alright, that will be 2. This angle will be 122. Measure of ABC will be 122 degrees. So, remember it's a parallelogram. Consecutive angle are supplementary in a parallelogram. A rhombus is a parallelogram. Then you're done with this problem. Alright, now, next problem has to do with square. So, what do you know about square? A square is equiangular and it is equilateral also. So, a square, in this case they give you diagonal. Diagonal of a square are congruent and diagonal of a square are perpendicular. Therefore, they ask you to find x. So in this expression, you will have 5x plus 10 is equal to 90. Diagonal of a square bisect each other and also they are perpendicular. 4x plus 10 is equal to 90. That will give you the value of x. Those are 90-degree angle. Alright? In this case, you subtract 10 from inside. Then you will have 5x is equal to 80 divided by 5. In this case, x is about 16 degrees. X is about 16 degrees is 90 divided by 80 divided by 5 is that 16. 80 divided by 5. Yes, it is 16. Check. Alright, last problem. You're dealing with a square again. Alright, as you know, a square is equilateral and it is also equiangular, that's for right angle. In this case, this expression has to be equal to 90 degrees. Then you'll be able to find x. 12x plus 6 is equal to 90. Then what will you do? You subtract 6 from each side. You will have 12x is equal to 84. Then you divide by 12. And I think x is equal to 7 degrees. 84 divided by 12 is 7. So to confirm that, and this is the right answer, guys. Those properties, they are not difficult. It's all about knowing your properties, and you got everything in their control, then you will get the query. As long as you can solve and you know which property to use, and you just work it out, knock it out, and take it out of the ballpark. That's all math is about. You want math to be fun, you have to learn your properties. Once you have your properties in their control, everything will be perfect. That was Mr. Disease, and we have two problems on property of parallelogram, a couple problems about property of parallelogram, then we're going to move on. So let me do this, and we can conclude this lesson. This is the parallelogram. ABCD is the parallelogram. And this is 7y plus 20. And this is 5x minus 8. And they asked me to find measure of BCD. Right, that is the first problem. Since you know it's a parallelogram, therefore you have to use property of parallelogram. Then that's all it is about. So let's put our thinking card. There are many ways you can solve this problem. So let's try to see if there's any particular shortcut we can use to get there. Right. Now, angle B is given to me as an algebraic expression. That was right, that was my mistake. This is an algebraic expression, and this is another algebraic expression. The easiest way is to add measure of angle A plus measure of angle B is equal to 180, because consecutive angle in a parallelogram are supplementary. So that's what I will use. But if you do not notice that angle A is congruent to angle C, you could have put 5y minus 8 here, and angle B is equal to angle D, because they are opposite. That will be 7y plus 20, and you add all of the four angles, and it equals to 360. Since I know those are consecutive supplementary angle, the easiest way is to use consecutive angle. And I will have 5y minus 8 plus 7y plus 20 is equal to 180. Then I will combine like them. I will have 12y plus 12 is equal to 180. Then I will have to subtract 12 on this side. Then I will have 12y is equal to 168. Then I will have to divide by 12. So if you don't have a calculator, it's okay. Ask yourself how many times there's 12. 12 go to 16 is 1 time. 1 times 12 is 12. 12 take away 16 is 4. You bring the 8, then you divide by that. Then you ask yourself how many times there's 12 goes to 48. That would be 4 times. 4 times 12 is 48. 48 take away 48. Now, many of you will think you're done. And if you are, when you are taking your test, the first thing the first option you're gonna see is y is equal to 14 degrees, and you're gonna start jumping around. Yeah, you knock it. No, you have to go back and read the question. The question asks you to find the measure of angle BCD. All right, you study from angle B, you go to C to D. This is the angle you're looking for. You're looking for this expression, angle C. All right. Since I know the expression for the angle A is equal to angle C, then I can replace it by 5y minus 8. That's the expression I'm looking for. Then I know y is 14. Then I will have to use substitution. And measure of angle BCD is 5 times 14 degrees minus 8. And you will find the answer that you're looking for, and that will be 20 carry 2 5 plus 2 is 70, then you'll have 70 minus 8. Then measure of angle BCD, in this case, will be 60 degrees, right? Then since we know measure of angle BCD is 60 degrees, that's not the only thing. That's what they were asking you. This is 62 degrees. But if you want to find this angle, you will have to subtract this from 180. Then that will be about 118 degrees for angle B, and this will be 180 degrees. And if you add all of those four angles, that should be add up to 360. That's one radius of parallelogram. Alright, the second one, you have the assignment on parallelogram. So let's go for it. While we have, let's kill it. Let kill it out of the ballpark. Right? Almost identical figure that we have. Right? Alright, they give you that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. That was a given. Angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent. Alright, they also telling you AB is congruent to CD. AB is congruent to CD. Then you need to justify how you find x. Alright? This is side angle. Therefore, BD is equal to BD. You'll have to say BD is equal to BD, that reflexive property of congruent. Right? Therefore, those two triangles will be congruent by side, angle, side. Right? Then you prove they are congruent. Then we can see that we can conclude that BC is congruent to AD by corresponding parts by CPTC. Then we can say that 7x plus 16 is equal to 12x plus 2. Then we can be able to solve for x. So we're going to subtract 7x from each side. Then you'll have x in equal 5x plus 2. Right? If you 7 from 12 is 5x. Right? Then x was 11x plus 2. Oh, sorry, that was 11x. Big mistake, subtract 11 from 11. Then you will end up with that. Right? 7x plus 16 is equal to 11x plus 2. Then we subtract 7x from each side, you will end up 18. This cancel with that. Then 7 from 11 is 4, and then you subtract 2 from each side. Then you'll have 16 is equal to 4x. Then you divide by 4. In this case, x is 4. Right? Then that's how you justify your answer. Then we're done with this problem. We have another big one. Then we can call it a quit. Alright. It's all about the properties. If you know your properties, then geometry can be fun. But if you don't learn the properties, you are here for trouble. And this, I can see it, a big one, it's coming. Parallelogram. This is a parallelogram. Properties of parallelogram. This is U, R, S and T and V is in the middle. Alright, be telling you this is 12y plus 50, and this is 16y minus 10, and this is 5x plus 2y, and this is 2x plus 4y. And they ask you to solve for the variable. This is a big one. Alright? Now, since it is a parallelogram, and you know in the parallelogram that diagonal bisect each other. So, in other words, UV is congruent to SV. This is congruent to that. And RV is congruent to YV. So let's set those equations. So I will have one of the equations with 5x plus 2y is equal to x plus 4y. So we can solve for that. However, we have some difficulties. We have two variables. So there's nothing you can do with that. However, let's see what the other equation here. The equation is 12y plus 50 is equal to 16y minus 10. This is much easier. This is a single variable equation that will be much easier to solve. Therefore, I will focus on that. I will solve for y. Once I find y, I can go substitute in the other equation to solve for f. So this is the break we are looking for. So we're gonna subtract 12y from inside. Then you will have 50 is equal to 4y minus 10. Then we add 10 on this side. Then you will have 4y is equal to 60. Alright? And the equation not only was to find the variable, we were supposed to look for the following thing: Ry and US. So those are the things that we want to find. In order to find that, we need to know the variable. So you have to divide by 4. In this case, y is 15. We find y. Right? Alright, then since y is 15, we can come and replace here. We'll have 5x plus 2 times 50 is equal to 2x plus 4 times 15. Right? And you'll have 5x plus 30 is equal to 2x plus 60. Then subtract 2x from inside. Then you'll have 3x plus 30 is equal to 60. Alright, subtract 30 on each side. Then you'll have 3x is equal to 30. Then you divide by 3. In this case, x is 10. So when y is 10, x is 10. Then now, let's see if we can find US. There you go, US. In order to find US is from here to there and here to there. So US will be y plus 50 plus 16y minus 10. So let's simplify that. Then you'll have US is equal to 28y plus 40. Then we know y is 15. Then you'll have 28 times 15 plus 40. Then you will have US equal 28 times 5 plus 40. Right? calculator, please. You get your machine, get 28 times 15 is 420 plus 40, then US is 460, then it was in meters, so those are somewhere in meters, so US is 460 meters. Now we need to find RT, so let's erase some of the mess. Right, to find RT, we're going to use same thing, diagonal, right, bisect each other. Therefore it will be RV which is 5x plus 2y plus YV which is 2x plus 4y, and we know x is 10, that will be 5 times 10 plus 2 times y which is 15 plus 2 times 10 plus 4 times 15, right? That will give you RT. 5 times 10 is 50 plus 2 times 15 is 30. As you can see, if you can get this part, that will give you 80, then you multiply by 2, that will give you 160. So remember, those are the same. If you get the first half, it's the same thing as that. That will give you 20 plus 60, that will give you another 80. So 80 plus 80 is 160. Therefore, RT is equal to 80 plus 80, then RT is 160 meters, and you've done. That was Mr. DC's in another one. I hope that's a recap your properties of your parallelogram. This is one of the important concepts when you do your SAT. So study properties of parallelogram, especially identifying each property is for a square, for a rectangle, and for a rhombus. And once you know that, then add the properties of parallelogram to it. That was Mr. D's in another one. Do me a favor, just go watch it, make the grade, keep out of the ballpark. And one thing I can tell you, you have to share it. Share it with your friend. If you're making the grade, not sharing with your friend, don't be selfish. Share it, make it go viral.